Gemini. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Gemini, this is it. This karmic cycle baby. What is it? What are you in? What's going on? So, you could be just at the beginning of this karmic cycle, but that's very unlikely, and I'll explain in a minute. Or you could be, well, that's nice. Yeah, it's not the card yet, but it is a subtitle. You could be right in the middle of this karmic cycle, or you could be approaching the end of it. And I think those two are more likely. And I'll tell you why is because if any of us had any idea we were moving into a karmic cycle, we would probably back out and go away real quick. No, I'm not going to, no. I'm not walking through that door. No, I had no idea that was going to be a karmic cycle. Shit, I don't want to do that shit anymore. So you're probably in it or exiting it or getting to the end of it. Now, we're going to find out what the karmic cycle is that you're in. It's probably something fairly prominent for you. And then I'm going to find out what your weakness and your strengths are. Actually, not in that order. I'm going to find out what your strength is first, and then your weakness in this cycle. And then at the very end, we will find out what the reward is in having gone through this damn cycle. So let's see. Karmic cycle for Gemini. What is this karmic cycle for Gemini? What is this karmic cycle for Gemini? Oh, isn't that freaky weird? So you got a woman holding a heart. Okay, no, it wasn't. I was thinking the victory card and this card were the two cards that came out for Aquarius, but it was not. So it's not so freaking weird. I've just done a whole bunch of readings in a row and I haven't had a lot of sleep in a couple of weeks. So a woman holding a heart. This is a lot to do with self-nurturing, Gemini. A lot to do. You're in a cycle right now that has everything to do with nurturing yourself. Really nurturing yourself. Which is interesting because that was part of Aquarius's message. And you're both air signs. So it's kind of like, what's going on, guys? You need to go deep inside here. This cycle is all about nurturing yourself, also allowing yourself to really come out in all your flamboyancy and all your creativity and all your self-expression. Just let that out, Gemini. That's what this cycle is about. Really about nurturing yourself. I feel like you've painted a pretty picture of yourself for the world to see. And everyone sees, like, yeah, you look great. Everything's awesome, Gemini. You're doing wonderful. But it's almost like it's just a pretty picture that you've painted, wherein deep inside, you're not looking after yourself and you need to. That's what this cycle is about. Or you haven't been looking after yourself and things are coming... Things are just coming towards you that are like, bing, bing. You looking after yourself? Are you looking after yourself? Like, oh, I don't know, like maybe you woke up with a splitting headache and you're thinking, oh yeah, well, I stayed up late. I was doing this, I was doing that, and you realize, oh, your muscles are tight. Like you're carrying a lot of, like you're not looking after yourself. So that's why that's happening, okay? And maybe you woke up and your foot, like your arch in your foot or your heel or something is really sore. And you're like, great, now it's hard to walk. And I have like a limp, or I know I need a special shoe, or whatever's going on. It's because you're not looking after yourself. You either for the foot thing, I don't know, you've been walking too repetitively on the same surface in the same shoe type for too long, but you weren't paying attention to how you were feeling, to how you were doing. You were just showing up, you're doing great, I got it all in control, I'm going on, I'm good, to the point where you wake up one morning, you're like, oh my God, my foot is killing me, because you're not looking after yourself. If it feels like there's a whole bunch of little things lately, like, oh dang, now what's wrong? What? You're not looking after yourself. It's the cycle I'm getting. So, we're going into the puppy dog oracle. Aw, look, they're worried about you. Look at that. Look at the worry in that puppy's face. So cute. I'm taking the dogs to give us, to give you what your strength and your weakness is in this, because they're so honest. They will not hold back. They can't hold back. Their faces. Look at this one. See? Rest. All these little, those so cute. Like, they'll look at you like that. You're not looking after yourself. You need to stop. Mommy, daddy, you need to stop and just do that. Their little tail will go. They're going to be honest. So, what is the strength? What is Gemini's strength in this karmic situation? Wow. Uncertainty, disappointment, and family. Oh my God. Okay. You got uncertainty is your strength. Disappointment. What the heck's going on with... Oh, okay. I thought his ears were on top of his head. Disappointment is your strength. And family is your strength, Gemini. Ah, yes. Now I see. That makes sense. Okay. The uncertainty and the disappointment is just in circumstances, in situations, and like, what the heck? Like, what's going on? Why is this now not good? Why is this a problem for me now? Why is this? Why is that? It's because these are the universe tapping you, going, you're learning how to look after yourself. You're going to learn to self-nourish, to self-nurture. Both, actually, yeah. You have to. That's all part of nourishing and nurturing and, yeah, all that. All those ends. Uncertainty and disappointment. Almost like disappointment in perhaps wanting to, I feel like this is very physical for you guys for some reason. Maybe a little bit like of mental, just in terms of, you know, overthinking, not giving yourself a break from stimulation when you need it. But this feels very physical and almost uncertainty. Like, I'm getting the message that some of you are thinking, is this what it's like now? I'm getting older. Is this, everything's just going to fall apart? This is what I have to look forward to. No, that's not why this is happening. All this uncertainty and disappointment is about, they're like the catalyst to move you towards understanding, looking after you. There's signals. Pay attention to these signals. There were signals before these signals, but you weren't listening. So now it's at this point, and that's kind of part of the lesson. That's your strength here. This is the strength that you are going to be getting now. The family is really nice. Okay, so that one is telling me that you have people in your tribe, whether it is like blood family or people that you consider like family, like really close friends. Some of these people could tell you, if you would listen to them, they would tell you. They see exactly what you're not doing for yourself, and they will help you along the way. They will even, I feel, some of them will take some of these burdens from you. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I just can't. Am I the only one that just wants to jump into that picture and have all that fluffiness? I'm like, yeah. Maybe two, like a dog or a pet I'm getting as part of your family, like your fur family. To look for their signals. Like, they see immediately when you're not looking after yourself, and you get that look, look at these eyes. Uncertainty, they're uncertain. Why are you not looking after yourself? You know, when your dog looks at you like that, you're like, what are you trying to tell me? There's something. I fed you, I walked you, what's wrong? They're worried about you. They are worried about you. Now, your weakness. What is your weakness in this karmic cycle, Gemini? What is your weakness in this karmic cycle? What's Gemini's weakness in this karmic cycle? Stand your ground. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I can't really see that being a problem for Gemini. They pretty much stand their ground. They're either like the King or Queen of Swords. Stand your ground. That's your weakness. You're being a little stubborn. You're being a little stubborn about looking after yourself here for sure. But you're standing your ground in the wrong way. It's because it's this, You know, I said it's almost like a pretty picture. I was like, you're looking great, you're doing great, you're looking after yourself. But no, not really. I haven't eaten well in the last couple of weeks, or, you know, I haven't exercised, I haven't done any stretch, I haven't done anything, or I'm not sleeping well, I'm preoccupied with this. That's not self-nurturing. It, you know, and you're sort of like, I want to say you're standing your ground. Yeah, I'm good. Look at how good I am. I'm great. And then you kind of limp away on your sore arched foot. Standing your ground here. You have to stand your ground in the right way. You're standing your ground more in, you're projecting. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. But you need to stand your ground internally and acknowledge what your body is talking to you about. This is a very interesting karmic cycle. This one really feels a lot about looking after yourself physically, mentally and emotionally too. I wouldn't be surprised if we get cards in the tarot out on the emotional and the spiritual level. Definitely physically, you need to be looking after yourself better. Let's go into the tarot. And let's get some clarification, particularly on this woman holding a heart. Let's get some clarification on the woman holding a heart for Gemini. Woman holding a heart for Gemini. Oh, the moon and the Three of Swords. Yeah, you're hurting yourself. You are hurting yourself, Gemini. This is not good. This is kind of a wake-up cycle. You need to stop hurting yourself. It doesn't seem like it's not like you're purposely making choices to do things that are bad for you, but you're not making choices to do things that are good for you. That's for sure. You are not making choices to do things that are good for you. I'm feeling like some of you too are really worried or nervous about the unknown about your health and your body. And so let's get more information on that. The heart here, somebody's heart. More information regarding this Three of Swords. Is sort of like to half the deck, too many. So more information on this Three of Swords for Gemini. More information on this Three of Swords for Gemini. Oh, that's an interesting message. Okay, I feel like some of you have gone through some sort of a heartbreak too in this karmic cycle. You've gone through some sort of a heartbreak in this karmic cycle, and it's almost as if you're spending so much time. See, I don't think you realize how much time you're actually spending on this. I think this is coming out as part of that emotional, spiritual nurturing that you need to do. It's almost as if you're not, some sort of a denial here. All right, Gem. Listen, there's some sort of a denial here in terms of how much you're really taking on this pain, to the point that you're forgetting to make choices that are good for you. You're really forgetting to make choices that are good for you. You know, typically the Six of Wands is a victory card here for me. I'm getting the same message again with this. You're making like you want everyone to think that you're okay. This is about the appearance of how you're really doing. And again, the distraction from this, trying to distract others. But by trying to distract others, it's almost as if you're distracting yourself from it too. And you need to look after yourself. You really need to look after yourself here. Please do. Now, I'm going to pull tarot cards on your strength here, which is uncertainty, disappointment, and family. That in itself is an interesting statement. Uncertainty, disappointment, family. That's a strength. So, understanding, being uncertain about people and situations. Disappointment in how things may have worked out with family. Understanding all of this is part of your strength in this cycle. We get more information on this strength for Gemini in this cycle. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, wow. We got 4 cards. I thought you only had 3. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. And then the Strength card. Look at that. Look at that. The clarification that this is your strength. This is your strength here. Wow. You are like... Actually, I see it like this. This is how I see it exactly. Oh, no, not for all of you. I was just told to put it back. No, 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 no. Okay, let's put it back. Oh, you have a new beginning here. There was a new beginning here. A new beginning, a fresh start, really good foundation for something great. And I don't think you walked away from it. You walked away from it. But what's interesting is the Queen of Cups is sitting here, which is like mutual love, understanding, emotions. Oh, look at you. You're doing really good in this cycle. I mean, you do need to look after yourself more, but that's what this cycle is all about. You're getting it. You're actually getting it. Look at that. Okay, glad I was told to put the cards back. I'm glad I was told. So you've made a choice here, I feel, between some sort of new beginning that has to do with the three-dimensional world. You know, it's tangible stuff. It could have something to do with, maybe it was a new job opportunity, maybe a new home, maybe a new vehicle. I don't know, something. Well, not so much vehicle. It's something that really... Well, it could be, because if that new vehicle is a solid foundation for you to have a new job or to be able to move forward with what you need or want or accomplish. Could be something very three-dimensional and it's new. New, new, new. Could be a new start in learning something as well. But you were like, no. Because what did I say this is? This is mutual love. So you are, this is your strength. Remember? This is your strength. This uncertainty, disappointment, and family. You're moving away from this pentacle and you were going towards love, nurture, looking after you, and perhaps others. But I think you is the most important one in this scenario, this cycle. Now stand your ground. This is your weakness. Your weakness is standing your ground. There may be others who are demanding of you too, and you do need to stand your ground and say, listen, I need to look after me right now. I need to look after me right now. So stand your ground, look after you. Too many cards. I will take a lot of cards, but it was like 24 cards is too many. So stand your ground, more information about the stand your ground. Frick you, Gemini, so many cards. 6 of Pentacles. Ooh. The Well, which is just to this deck. 9 of Wands, Judgment, and 3 of Wands. Stand your ground. This is the weakness. Yes, okay. Here, I'm going to show you all the cards. Okay, there we go. And then... Oh, there's a 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I missed that. Okay, that's nice. And then these 3. Okay, sweet. Okay, so for this weakness, this stand your ground. Yeah, there's a couple elements to this where stand your ground internally, like look after you, Gemini. Now, some people may want parts of you, like your energy, your time, your resources, whatever that is, you stand your ground. If you can't give it, don't give it. I really don't know why for Gemini, you'd be like, I'm out of here. Yeah, so it's confirmation probably. Six of Pentacles, the Well, and the Nine of Wands. You've been through the ringer, Gemini. You've been through the ringer here. I feel like you've given a lot. You've given a lot, and you've probably made like a shitload of magic energy happen around you. Like just, I feel like you are starting to move very freely through this karmic cycle. This karmic cycle that you're in. I also feel like I'm not getting all the information about this karmic cycle for you. I feel like what I'm getting mostly in this reading is what you need to do to get through this cycle for you, because you're not looking after you. I feel like the message that I'm getting for you, Gemini, is that whatever this karmic cycle is that you are in, you are doing it well. You're getting to the end of it and you're succeeding. However, you are not looking after yourself. You're not. And you need to do that because you will not really get that reward, that success. You will not really get to the end of that cycle, at least as quickly as you'd like to. Whatever you're trying to close off here, if you don't look after you. All right? You're making this magic. You're doing great in this cycle. Man, am I tired. Boy, yeah, see how I got that headache? I've been in a fight, a battle. If you look after yourself. You get the Judgment, the Three of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So you are moving. This is what it's telling me, that you are succeeding in this cycle, except for the looking after yourself part. Except for the looking after yourself part, you are moving towards a rebirth, coming out of the ashes, coming up, entering a new cycle that I feel is a lot less karmic than this one, where you're going to have opportunities, and those opportunities quickly will turn into abundance to the cycle, baby, to the cycle. Yeah. You have to look after yourself, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, mentally, all that stuff. So let's find out what we can about what the reward is for you at the end of this cycle. Maybe the reward will tell you a little bit about the cycle itself. I feel like it's almost like, you know, Cindy, they don't need to know, or you don't need to know what their cycle is. They just need to know how to look after themselves to get through it, because they're almost there, but they're not looking after themselves. So what is the reward at the end of this cycle for Gemini? What is the reward at the end of this cycle for Gemini? Darn it. You know who's going to give me a hard time about this? My little troll. I think he's a Gemini. Comes in. He has a crush on me, though. He'll probably deny that. I know he does. Who wouldn't, right? So, yeah, he doesn't like it when I drop cards. So critical. So Gemini. Okay. What is the reward for Gemini coming out of this cycle? Reward for Gemini coming out of this cycle. Oh, something just flew right on out. Oh, wow. Integrity. Whoa. Like, wow. That's impressive. You're going to be entering a whole new cycle of independence, I want to say. Like, independence on your terms. Independence on your terms. Independence from things that may have in the past felt suppressive or confining to you somehow. Like having the ability to make decisions, and just like nothing's gonna hold you back on what it is that, yeah, like this integrity goes right through you, and it almost projects out towards what you're moving yourself forward into. But you can't do that if you're limping. Or if your head is pounding. Or what was the other thing? I don't know. Interesting. Integrity. A lot of respect too. I get that. But like earned respect, and not like you like, yeah, now they respect me. No, like just, it's just a method of operation now. But you need to look after yourself. You need to look after yourself, Gemini. And that's your reading. That was interesting. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, guys, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.